Do you want to make $500 in just 1 hour of trading? I will show you an easy way using one special candle and a simple trick with a tool called ATR. Let's jump in after intro. Hey traders, today I will teach you a super simple strategy that is great if you are new to trading or you hold a middle or advanced level of trading. It's based on a candle that shows up in the first 15 minutes when the market open. The first step is about finding the first big candle. As soon the market open, go to the 15-minute chart. Look for a candle that stands out. So the candle, it's either very green or very red down, like this one here. So this could be your manipulation candle. So the next step is to mark the candle. Let's mark the candle range high and the candle range low. And then we box it in. This is our box. We are boxing the candle. Done. So that means drawing a box around the top and the bottom of the candle. That's your zone. So now, after that, we move to the step number 2. The step number 2 is about using the daily chart to find the ATR tool. From the time frame up here, we move to the daily chart. Okay, this is our daily chart. We don't have to modify anything. So when we go to the daily chart on TradingView that I am using, turn on the ATR tool. We go to the indicator, we write down ATR. ATR is average true range. We set up the average true range. And it shows how much a stock usually move each day. And we have its numerical value. So now, let me write it down, 4.46. So we move back to the 15-minute chart. We have not modified anything. We have the ATR was 4.46. What we're gonna do now is to multiply that number, the ATR, by 20%. If the size of our box candle is bigger than the number, I mean 20% times the ATR, that give us this 0.892. That means it's a manipulation candle. Okay, so let's do the little math over here. Okay, we have the ATR equal $4.46. The 20% of that will give us $0.89. Okay, and we have the range equals is the highest points, the candle range high minus the candle range low, and the value of that give us $2.29. Okay, so now let's verify if our condition has been met. Okay, so the range has to be greater or equal to 20% time the ATR. Okay, so we see that $2.29 is greater than $0.89. Okay, so this is in fact a manipulation candle. Okay, so now why we do all that? It's like checking if your pizza slice is big enough. You know that no one wants the tiny piece, right? So it's like that. Now switch to the 5 minute time frame. Let's move to the 5 minute chart, and this is our 5 minute chart now. Okay, this is our 5 minute chart. So what we are looking for here, we are looking for our entry signals on the 5 minute chart. This is where we find our chance to jump in. So what we are looking for here, look for these simple candle shapes. Okay, let's say you have to look for the hammer, something like this, hammer, another hammer here. Okay, these are the kind of candle we are looking for, hammer or invert hammer. This is an invert hammer, this is a hammer, this one also is a hammer, this one is a hammer also. Okay, and we also can look for a double tower. Okay, double tower is something like this. You have the double tower is green then red, or red then green candle. Okay, so if you see any of these near your box, so that means you are ready to enter the market. Okay, so what you have to do is to just to be patient. Let the market to show you the signal before you jump in. Okay, when you find out, the fourth step gonna be to take the trades and stay safe. So when you see a good entry pattern, it can be a hammer or an invert hammer or a double tower, as I saw you. So those are the pattern that we are looking for, and then you take the trade, your trade. In this case, let's say, for example, we want to take this one here, let's say. Okay, so you put a stop loss just outside the box. You have already the box that you have created, and you come here and you put your stop loss below uh, your box to protect yourself. So then, based on your risk management, you can take the double or three time of your risk management, or four time. It doesn't. It depends on your risk management. So most of the time, the price move quickly. Okay, the price move quickly, so you could hit your goal in just 5 to 10 minutes. If it works, boom, you get the $500. If not, no problem. You had a smart plan. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is to go to practice. Okay. All what we have seen over here, we're gonna take it to the practice right now. Okay. Last week on July 3rd, the day before the Independence Day, in the East Coast here, in the New York area, I took a trade using NVIDIA stock. Okay, let's say we come here, and this is the, let's put a replay on this one here. Okay, this is the candle that I mark. Okay, let's look at an example with NVIDIA. On TradingView, here you see that the ticket symbol is right here, NVIDIA. This is NVIDIA. Okay, we found a big candle. This one here, this candle here. At what time this candle opened? At 9:30. Okay, this is a 15-minute. Let's this is the 15-minute candle. What we're gonna do is to mark the candle range high and the candle range low, and then we box in this candle. The candle was big enough, so let's this is the candle. We just box in the candle here. This is our candle. So it's a manipulation candle. Let's do the math to see. As you can see, we are at the 15-minute chart. What we're gonna do, we're gonna move to the daily chart here, to the daily chart. Okay, and the numerical value of the numerical value is this one here, the red that we have down here, $4.03. We're gonna consider $4. Okay, so now we move back to the 15-minute chart. Okay, so now let's do some math here. Okay, so let's write down here that we have the ATR equals to $4, right? $4. So now we have the 20%. We have 20% time ATR equal, let me use the calculator so we can calculate that easily, is 4 times 2 is 8, right? So it's gonna be 0.8 cent. So we have 0.2 times 4, exactly, is 0.2, is 0.8. Okay, let me write down here 0.8. Okay, so now we're gonna calculate the range of the candle. We have the range of the candle, I mean the size of the candle in the box, right? So let me specify this. This is we have the value here, 158.89 cent and 157.77 cent. Okay, that's what we're gonna write down here. We have 158.99 cent minus 157.77 cent. So the value is, let me use the calculator right quick. So we have 158.99 cent minus 157.77. That gives me $1.22. Okay, we have $1.22. Okay, so now let's verify if our condition has been met. Okay, the range, I mean the size of the candle in the box should be greater or equal to the 20% time the ATR. Okay, I mean 20% 20% time ATR. So in fact, we have $1.22 greater than 0.8 cent. Okay, so now we conclude that we have a manipulation candle. Okay, we have a manipulation candle. Manipulation candle. Okay, so our condition has been met, so we can proceed, right? Now we're gonna move to the 5-minute chart for our entry, right? So when we move to the 5-minute chart and saw a hammer, okay, look at this first candle here. It was printed at 9:30. The second candle was 9:35, and the third candle was 9:40. Okay, so now when we look at the 5-minute chart and saw a hammer pattern at the bottom of the box, we enter the trade, and boom, Nvidia jump up within 20 minutes. So let's see what happened here. So if we analyze the 3 candles that we have in the box inside here, we see that the bearish candle, this big candle over here, with a large upper wick, indicate a temporary push higher, right? Follow a strong sell-off down. But the small body that we are seeing here and the lower wick, so that selling pressure here was not sustained. So, and then we have an invert hammer here, especially if it appears after a downtrend. Okay, we have this hammer. If we have a situation like that, that signal a possible bullish reversal as a buyer push the price up, as you can see, from a lower level. Okay, but finally, what happened after that? We see over here the bearish hammer. We see a bearish hammer. So that has a small body and lower wick. So what this situation suggests to us, it's suggesting that buyers are still active here. Okay, because look at this, it went all the way down to this point here, and then buyers step in and push it up, you know, push it up. So buyers are still active and potentially pushing the price higher. So now, what could be the possible outcome in this situation here? So the overall pattern indicates that the market may be shifting from a bearish that we have here, from a bearish trend to a bullish trend, because buyers are gaining control. So, however, the bearish hammer that we have here, the bearish hammer, suggests that the transition may not be, may not be immediate, and it could involve maybe some volatility. That's what this that's the significance of this bearish candle. So now we are trying to see when we can enter this market. What I did was like, I had the two options. I could use the conservative approach. I mean, wait for confirmation. I mean, it was like, I know that this market was going up, based on this candle that these candles are telling me. So I could enter a long position after the bullish candlestick close above the high of the inverter hammer. This inverter hammer over here, I wait until I get a bullish candle here that will close above the high of the inverter hammer. If I have that situation, uh, the high of the inverter hammer, this one here, the bullish candle here, this is one option that I have to enter the market. Wait, and if I want to take an aggressive approach, I can enter a long position at the close of the inverter hammer, just to anticipate the bullish reversal. Okay, so what I did was that I took a long and I place it here at the closing price of the inverter hammer. Okay, so uh, the stop loss, I place the stop loss order below the bearish hammer, so what I did was that I place it just outside the box, just right here. Okay, what I could consider also is to use the value of the ATR. The value of the ATR, I can take, let's say this is 0.39, 1.5 of this value. I multiply this value to 1.5, or just a little bit more of that outside the box over here. And then what I did was I I took 4 times of the ATR value over here. I mean, the value was 0.3929 times 4. That give me 1.57. Okay, 1.57. So I come here, I took this always 1.57, 1.5657. Okay, this is what I did. And then let's plate it out to see what it's gonna give us. Okay, so right here, let me put it at 7 times of 5 times. Okay, so we can see it how it evolved. You see, boom. You see, I reach that my target. My target was here. Wow, it was just amazing. This is what I got. Nvidia jump up within the first minute of the trading. So to sum it up, uh, the first step, find a big 15-minute candle at the open of the session. Step 2, use the HER to confirm from the daily chart. Look for a pattern on the 5-minute chart. Okay? Step 4, enter the trade and manage your risk. You know, trading doesn't have to be hard. Just follow these steps. If this was helpful, hit like, share it, and leave your favorite pattern in the comment. Don't forget to subscribe, please, for more easy tips. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.